All clear. Dispatch, enjoy your ride. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to rank my whole entire day here at Legoland in Florida. Wonderful time here at this Merlin Park, one of the very few Merlin parks actually in the United States. But either way, all in all, great day here. Starting off the day with Masters of Flight, which is a simulator very similar to Soarin'. It was decent all in all together. I mean, the triple-decker flying couch theming beforehand I really enjoyed. I just didn't really enjoy screen attractions all that much and all that heavy. So however though, for a simulator she was okay, ranking in a total tempo ticket score here at a 6.02. Up next is the Family Custom Vekoma in the Dragon. Now the Dragon got this high of a score, although it wasn't my favorite track coaster in the park, but simply because of the half of the ride is literally a dark ride, and a very immersive dark ride, to say the least. Great scenery all in all together. I love how all the animatronics are Lego created animatronics as well. But definitely a wonderful experience in this Vekoma family coaster. All in all together, a 6.74 total tempo ticket score, 6.74. Now moving on to the Sally Dark Ride Productions known as Lost Kingdom Adventure. Now, it was a good shooter dark ride, I'll give it that. A really good shooter dark ride in the sense that there was always something to shoot, there was always something happening, there was lots of theming inside. However though, it's very quick, you just go on the queue and you board the ride. There's no backstory to this whatsoever, which I wasn't a fan of. So all in all, a decent dark ride, ranking in at a 5.89. 5.89 total tempo ticket scores for the Lost Kingdom Adventure. Now moving on to the GCI Woody, known as Coastersaurus. You know me, I love a good old wooden roller coaster. However though, this one, especially for being a GCI, did not deliver all that well. It's much very a kid-friendly coaster, and I understand that, but I wanted some airtime on here, and the lack of bank turns didn't help whatsoever. So, I mean, it's a good starter coaster for kids, ranking their way up to higher and bigger coasters throughout the years. However, though, all in all together, it just wasn't up to my Woody expectations. So, rather low tempo ticket score here at a 5.96 for Coastersaurus. 5.96 total tempo tickets. Now moving on to Ninjago, a ride I heard much about. And the queue line and the facade of it were excellently themed. However, though, the ride itself ran really poorly. They have this it's very similar to Toy Story Mania, however, you don't get a gun. Your gun is your hands, and you're doing like ninja chops over the sensor that's on the ride, and that's supposed to portray into the screen. It wasn't working for me, or I just didn't understand it completely, so I wasn't able to hit many targets, and honestly, there was no soundtrack to the ride whatsoever, so it was a rather dull experience, especially for these types of rides. So, rather low total tempo ticket score for Ninjago here, ranking in at a 5.42. 5.42 total tempo tickets for Ninjago. Now heading on to the Vekoma family suspended, known as the Flying School here. Your typical Vekoma, very, very bumpy, especially for the suspended coasters. And there's no padding on this, the actual cars themselves, and that made for a very bumpy experience. You're either hitting your head in the back, or your head's throbbing back and forth in the restraints in front. You definitely don't need the over-the-shoulder on this one, but they give it to you. However, though, in typical Vekoma fashion, unfortunately, this one is going to rank a little bit lower at a 4.93. 4.93 total tempo ticket score for Flying School. And we ended the day with the Mack Ride Wild Mouse, known as the Great Lego Race. Now, this ride was previously virtual reality. I'm happy that it's not, because the VR has no place on coasters whatsoever. However, though, all in all, a great a great Wild Mouse. It's different from your typical Wild Mouse. This one goes into the drop first, and then you get your twisty turns after the fact. But honestly, a dang good coaster, I'm not going to lie here, from Mack and the Great Lego Movie Race, ranking in at a 6.54. Now, the only reason I didn't rank this higher than the Dragon is because, well, the Dragon, that theming does add to the total tempo ticket score, which there's not much theming around the Great Lego Race, but track to track, the Great Lego Race is probably the best coaster in the park, to be honest with you. All in all, a great time here today at Legoland. Honestly, I would come back, but I'm not going to buy a pass to this park because there's not much for me to continually keep coming back for. However, though, I must say, a very clean park. The food was moderately priced. Wasn't all that crowded. You didn't need a reservation to get in, which is phenomenal because it should be first come, first serve, traditional style, as all theme parks should be doing, but all of them are not, unfortunately, during these unprecedented times. However, though, Legoland as a whole, wonderful theme park, great place for the family, honestly. The Cypress Gardens area was wonderful, pristine, kept up to date, especially the history behind that, so that was really cool to see. All in all together, total tempo ticket score for Legoland, ranking it at a 7.54 total tempo tickets for Legoland here. Wonderful time here in Legoland, Florida. Thanks for watching this video, guys. We'll catch you guys next time. Catch everybody next time, and until then, I'll meet you at the Midway.